Welcome to Event Master Onboarding Training. I will be your instructor, Joel. I'm just kidding. What if I actually talk like that for like the whole video? Would be the worst. I'm not that far off, really. But all right, this is Event Master Onboarding Training. Woo-woo. I'm going to be talking about how to create new events, how to add event results, and also how to create quests and manage them too. Even though that's a separate role, that's a quest master role. All right, so if you're watching this video, you should have the event master role, and that means you have the taglines. You'll see that in your notifications. Once you have that in your menu that you go to always, you'll have items down here under God mode. For Event Master, you will have new event right here. And for Quest Master, you will have new quest. I'm not sure about new answer list. You might have that, you might not. But at least new quest, new event. All right, so you can create a new event by clicking on new event and going in here and doing this and filling out this blank form. But I don't recommend it because then you have to start from scratch. Your better bet is to find a version of the event from the past that is roughly what you want it to be. So let's say you are creating a new Triple Dare event. You would click on the Triple Dare event you want. Because you are an event master, you'll have a crown up here in the top right. You can click on that. You can go into edit mode for that event. You can go to teams, which will just take you to the team section of that edit event page. New event is that blank form we just saw, but this copy option right here will take that event and fill out the new event form based on all of the information. So I'll do that, copy. So now we got a new event. All the information is the same as the one I just copied, and you can just go through and modify it. It's like if this was week 7, let's say, you would just do that. This is the display name. Keep it short. Keep it as short as you can, really, because this display name becomes the unique identifier for the event too. But just keep it short because that is what appears here. Okay. All right. This description. Description is what appears here, all of this stuff. So this one's pretty long. This one is not. But it does allow HTML. It says that here. So you can make things bold, like by putting tags around it, like so. You can do lists. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can get crazy with the HTML. This is not an HTML training video though, so we won't get crazy with the HTML, unfortunately. All right, start date, end date. You'll enter this in. These are times in EST, very important. It says it here, EST. So even if you are not EST, you will enter in the times in EST. And you can just type in the dates here, and then, or you can click this calendar and put in the dates via the date picker. This screen does work in mobile, by the way, but not great. It's better to use this on desktop. Just saying. All right, so here are these 3 drop downs here. You can select, is it a team event? This is for the forming of teams, obviously, so people know who they play with during the event. Or if it's something like what we do with Fortnite, where teams are formed randomly on the fly, then you'll just go in here and form the teams after for the purposes of reporting results. A lot of events are no teams. Just leave no teams. Check-in this is usually used for those Rocket League events that we host. Most of them will have don't require check-in. It's fine. And then this is also another Rocket League thing. Most events will say new teams each round. Just leave it as the default. If you don't know what to pick, same teams all around is used for like multi bracketed events, like what we're going to be doing with Rocket League. Advanced settings, this just hides a bunch of extra stuff. In the case of this Triple Dare, you actually need these because most events only have 1 game right there, but Triple Dare has 3 games. So those are under advanced settings. And you can pick multiple games, up to 4 to go with an event. Most events do not have quests associated with them, so usually these are just set to this, but Triple Dare does have quests, so that's where you select those. All right, club. Is this an event for one of these clubs? These are just the standard clubs that we have within Channel 3. This list will grow over time, and clubs will be able to create their own events, but usually this is just nothing. Event type, Triple Dare, Duels, Party Up, Championship Series. This just determines this icon that shows up here. It's not really a big deal. This is Triple Dare though, so we'll leave it there. If it's nothing, just set it to nothing. You can choose a custom wallpaper image, but you don't really need to do that. You can see the background image for all of these. It's just pulling it directly from the game. So you can just do that. And if it's Triple Dare and it has 3 games, it will make the background the first game that's selected. Okay. Broadcast, you'll put in the URL for where they can watch it, or nothing if it's not broadcast, whatever. And then you can list up to 4 casters, and you can select those using this selection tool. Okay. Join instructions. You can write in a join code here. This allows HTML. This join code will be displayed at the top of the event page if you set it to display join code on page. And if you set it to send join code to all and you click save, it will blast that to the notifications of everyone who is RSVP'd, yes or maybe. Okay. So you only really want to do that once, otherwise they'll get it a bunch of times. Right? Just in case, I'm going to turn that off. Rounds, if it's a single round event, don't mess with it. You don't need to do anything with this. We'll probably do a separate training video for managing rounds because it gets confusing. So we'll leave that there. Same for brackets. We'll do a separate training for that. That's a whole different animal. RSVP. This section right here, RSVP, it only exists so that we can RSVP a gamer who attended the event but did not RSVP so that we can give them credit for it. So really this is just an annoying thing for people who don't RSVP when they're supposed to. All right, that's it. So once you're done, at any time you click save, it will create this new event based on all of the information you filled out. I am not going to do that. I'm going to click cancel. But if I had created a new Triple Dare event, it might look something like this. And then I could go in and say, edit at any time and change all this information. So let's say this Triple Dare event is going to have a Fortnite challenge, which makes sense. We have a championship series event for Fortnite this week, so maybe that's the case. So you select that there, pick your other games, whatever, save, and now you'll see it's got that background and it's got that game right there, right? Cool. That's it. Event created. So that's how you create and edit events. Not much more to it than that. All right, let's talk about quest management. So menu, new quest. You can click new quest. You're not going to copy a quest like we did in an event because it's pretty straightforward. There's not much to it. You'll just come in here and you'll create a new quest. For Triple Dare ones, I usually preface it by saying Triple Dare : and then the game, dash, and then the challenge. But it's no biggie. I'm just neurotic. All right. Then you will put in your description. That is what appears. Let's just pick one in this small text right here. So that's very important. The instructions. Keep the question short, the title, whatever you want to call it, and then you can put as much information as you want in the description. Here in the game, you will select game, obviously. Question type, question or challenge. Questions are usually just like, questions. But challenges are like questions or things that require you to go off and do something, right? So go participate in some game, upload a screenshot, longest time survive, whatever. And by selecting challenge, it just puts this challenge icon next to it. It's just an additional filter option, that's all. So for Triple Dare, they're usually challenges, not just questions. Quest XP. So if you want this one to be worth extra XP for doing it, not just the standard quest response, you can pick it from here. For Triple Dare, we pick 333. That's how much they get for each of the quests they submit for. Type will determine when you go in here, is it going to give you this form for a time trial? Is it going to give you a single field for a number or what, right? So you get general, that's just a straight up answer in a regular post text box. Numeric, it has to be a number. Time trial is what we just saw. Game select is where they can pick any game they want and use that to respond. And list will pick from one of these custom list items that we've created. You know, what's your favorite Super Mario Kart character, whatever, stuff like that. Numeric and time trial are probably the most used. You can put min and maxes for numeric, but you don't have to. You can leave those blank. Require a text explanation will make them put something in this for explain yourself. Usually that's no, actually. Because usually for these challenges, we say require user to include an image link or video URL, and we say any. And this means that they will have to provide either a video link here, image, or a link. One of those things. Go away. So that's what this guy is. You can leave it to none if you want. All right. When you're creating a Triple Dare challenge or any challenge for an event ahead of time and you don't want people to see it, make sure you set this status to unreleased. And then after the event, you'll probably set it to expired, but just set it to unreleased. You can also use this start date, hide until this date, and then nobody will see it in searches and everything until that date. That's what's used for the quest of the day type situation and challenges of the week and stuff like that. All right, that's how you create a new quest. That's it. That's all there is to it. What else were we going to cover? Oh, yeah, event results. Event results we'll cover real fast, hopefully. So, Triple Dare event results are a little bit different because we don't say who finished in what order. We use the quests to determine that, and we just have results for who won and stuff, right? But for an event like, let's say, Fall Guys, you have finish order, right? And in this case, we have multiple rounds. We had 2 rounds with all of this finish order. Likewise with Fortnite. No, let's try this Rocket League. Likewise with Fortnite, we have teams and multiple rounds finish order, right? So let's go into edit and I'll show you what that looks like. So after an event is over, you come into this edit event page. For Fortnite, we pull up the event results replay and figure out who was on whose team and just drag and drop and create the actual team structure that we had for that, and then we save. And then we do start new round right here, and it blanks out all the teams, and we create the teams for the next round. What we're looking at is round 2 teams. And then once you have all the teams created, if it's a team event, right? And we went over this before, but up here it says teams of 3, that we have that set so it knows how many people are on each team. Then you go into the results section, paste in the playback URL if you have one, and then you just go through each of the rounds and you say, what place did each person finish? Do they get participation XP? Did they win the event? First eliminated XP or special challenge, which can be anything. But for Fortnite, it's who eliminated my squad, right? So here you see this team won special challenge XP for eliminating Joel's trio. Good for them. That's pretty much it. And then save often. It doesn't auto save, so make sure to do that. And as you save it, you'll be able to go back to that event page and see those results like this. And make sure everything's good. Nobody is notified yet, but those results are visible, but they're not notified yet. And then when you're all finished and everything's saved, you can go down to this bottom bit, and it pre-creates a news post for you based on those event results. You can add to it, which I always do, right below here. Say whatever you'd like, and then go post as news, and that's under the news account is what that means. Excuse me. And finalize results and disperse XP. That will go through all of these results, and it will give them the XP. It'll give them the taglines if they deserve them. Even if they don't deserve them, but they earned them, it'll still give it to them. You can do both of those things at the same time. You click save. Only do it once, though, right? Only do it once. Yeah, it'll post on Newsfeed every time you do it, so only do it once. But it should only give them the XP and stuff once, even if you do it multiple times. Whatever, only do it once. So after you do that, it will publish the Newsfeed post, which looks like this. And it will give them their XP, and they'll get notified and all that good stuff. That's it. That's all there is to it. Insta one up every time I see this GIF. It's beautiful. How Sway. All right, and if you're wondering how Sway you create events, that was it. You now know how to create events. You now know how to create quests, and you now know how to report results on events. That's pretty much all there is to it. We'll get better and better at this. We'll clean it up, the interface and all that stuff, and simplify, make it easier and easier. But that's as tricky as it's going to get, and now you know. GG's.